I'm learning things as we go as well. I knew quite a lot about your guys' product, but just hearing it from you guys, I understand the mission and the vision a lot better. From the first time I ever heard about the idea when Bilko was on our podcast, and to now, you guys are truly filling a need in this market for sure. And I mean, I can literally look at that plaque right up there, and I can see the people, and just being able to get to where you guys are in such a short period of time is still mind blowing to me. I see that plaque, and I wanted to ask you guys about it. What's the story about that?
It's very funny because SEMA has been known globally as the show of the year when it comes to anything vehicle aftermarket related. And with us, it was our first year as a company to exhibit at SEMA, right? A lot of the members on the team, we've been to SEMA for many, many years, right? Some of them even grew up with the background of just SEMA being as part of their childhood. And it was an absolute honor because it was literally just 2 weeks ago. We're at Vegas, right? Very small team. We're a team of 20 people that's putting all these events, all the development, all the customized, demo experience all together. But at SEMA, what was fascinating and really surprising for us is, and almost like a validation to the market is, we have a product, we submitted, we brought it to SEMA, and we made history at SEMA because the CEO and the president of SEMA came to us and said, "Hey, you guys just got nominated and won the best product category for 2026." And that has never happened before at SEMA with the first year company. So congratulations, this is something really, really big. And then and that's how after the announcement and a lot of news publication, our orders went through the roof because people are like, okay, this is not only a product that I think as a customer or a consumer is good for us, but this is also backed by some of the most validated sources, incredible sources in the industry that has seen thousands of ODB2 scanners all throughout their exhibition, right? We're not the only players in SEMA that's doing what we do. But to be able to see that was really fascinating. And it was truly an honor for us to win that best product category.
That's amazing. For those who doesn't know the pluck, what does it mean? What does it exactly mean to getting that pluck in SEMA?
It's almost like winning the finals with an NBA game or winning the Super Bowl, right? Year in, you prepare, and you have the final winner. Everybody is talking about it. It's like, hey, we worked very hard throughout the year, got to this point, and then this is like, the trophy moment. If you're into sports, movie, film, this is the Oscars of car industry. So that's kind of the meaning of it.
I love that. Everything about it. Because it truly is. I mean, SEMA is where the best of the best go, right? And for you guys to be able to get that kind of award at SEMA, it's a absolutely first year is a huge W in my eyes and anybody else. Where do you guys see this company going within the next 5 years? What are some of the things that we could expect out of SPARQ coming up?
When it comes to the future of SPARQ, it's really a lot about how can we make people's lives easier, starting from drivers, and solve their problem before it even becomes a problem. With how, in the past year, we've launched multiple features, major features that really aggregated into the, benefit of the everyday driver, right? Diagnostics, commercial-grade diagnostics within the tap of your finger, available to you 24/7 without you needing to pay hundreds of dollars on running diagnostics. That was our first premiere. Second, with SPARQ AI, turning your car into, essentially your best friend when it comes to car knowledge. You can literally ask your car any single question, take any single photo about your car, and our AI will be just as educated, if not more educated, than most of the, vetted mechanics that has been in the industry for a very long time. And one of the things with SPARQ AI that, that we're very proud of is for the first time ever, you can actually fact check a mechanic on their quote, right? Because we take aggregation of a lot of the data that is within the market, the market rate based on your location, how much, and we can analyze whether or not the quote that you receive from a mechanic is a fair price, and if it's not, we'll tell you how much less you should be paying, and what are the things that you'll need and you don't need, right? Next was time lapse. Time lapse essentially opens up the complete history bible of your vehicle's history, starting from the date that it rolled off the production all the way. It's more advanced than, I would say a Carfax report, right? When it comes to aggregating third-party data, knowing where your car has been and the exact journey that it went through, previous ownership, titles, warranties, all of that within the tab. And that combined with the AI, you can literally just ask the AI, hey, my car is having this problem. Spark AI, is this covered under the warranty? AI will say, yeah, it's covered. No, it's not covered. How much you should be paying? These are the recommended shops that will recommend you to. So that's essentially time lapse, right? During a few days ago, during press day at LA Auto, we announced Insights. Spark Insights essentially gears towards the secondary market, where anybody who is in the market to purchase a pre-owned vehicle, you can plug it in, and it will act as a pre-purchase inspector in under 2 minutes. You would know every single detail about that car, where it's been, accident history, incidents, repair, full service record. If there's any existing issue with the car, how much it will cost for you to fix the car the moment you bring it out the lot. Odometer rollback risk, resale value, all of that combined. And you can literally, under 2 minutes, make a purchase decision on whether or not this car should be should be a good decision financially or mentally for you. And you can it's like an open Bible, right? And then for next year, we have a lot more things geared up when it comes to, plans entering into the B2B with Collab that we announced over at SEMA, right? Essentially we're the first company that ever allows a user or a driver to share diagnostic data remotely with the mechanic. Typically, you have to bring it to a mechanic. They'll spend a few hours diagnosing your car. You pay $300 to run the diagnostics. Mechanics say, hey, $300 diagnostic fee. If you go with us, we'll credit it. If not, you're $300 out of pocket. First time ever, you're allowed to share that remote diagnostic data with the mechanic of your choice. If not, we can recommend one to you, and you'll be able to see how much everything is going to cost even before you step foot into that door. So we're talking about saving a lot of time and money and, just cross-analysis to being able to share that data remotely and just at your convenience.
For only $129.
All for only $129, and we don't do VIN locks. So we don't lock the device to one vehicle. You can literally, the same device, you want to plug it into 10 cars, 100 cars, 1,000 cars. It is your right, your freedom. We're not here to tell you what you can and cannot do. You can plug it into your friends' cars, mom, parents, whatever it is, which makes it for the perfect holiday season gift, right? Being able to just give it to your dad. It's like, hey, Dad, I got something that knows a little better than you when it comes to cars.